So my name is Martin Wallé. I'm CEO of the Swedish medical device BrainCool. We started roughly 5 years ago with a lot of innovation spirits. Of course, I didn't make this work. We have with the aim to develop a product called BrainCool system, which is a surface cooling product in the growing temperature management market. Our aim was to make a non-inferior product to Arctic Sun, which is the project leader. This is a market where there's guidelines for cardiac arrest, guidelines for the never market, reimbursement in Korea, and a quite growing market. This treatment is really done on the ICU in hospitals for cardiac arrest and neuro patients. So the treatment window starts right now after 4 or 5 hours. So we complemented it with an acquisition of a medical device from the US called RhinoShield, which has been assessed in cardiac arrest patient from the scene, right up from when you get cardiac arrest quite quickly, and then we would like to combine these two devices. We have started this company 5 years ago, so 3 guys with very high experience of the medical device business. So we got very good experience dealing with the FDA, CE marking, Japan, and business development. We run a number of clinical trials for our 2 products, are really in the launch phase now. Our product portfolio is the BrainCool system, which is then the surface cooling system. It's CE marked. We got RhinoShield, which is CE marked. We're currently working on FDA approval, but we also developed products for oncology, even though the major business to do is brain cooling. I will tell you a little bit of our project in oncology last phase. We set up operation in 2018 with the aim to launch our first product to the market, which is the BrainCool system, but under the brand name iCool system in the US. We've been very successful, not getting venture capital, but to raise money from the European Union. So we have 3 ongoing grants from the European Union funding efforts in stroke, migraine, and our oncology efforts. We are currently making a share issue, preemption rights, 40 million Swedish. We're listed on Spotlight, and that financial prospectus will be presented any day. This money will be used to fund the following. We're making a business plan in Asia. We got distributors in Korea. Vietnam has started sales. We're obviously setting up a goal to set up an own operation in the US. We have 6 employees, have launched our first product in April, got our first sales in August, and really working towards getting big in orders for the iCool system last quarter. Business plan in Europe is solely focused on the German market, the biggest medical device market, and sales penetration in Germany and the US will help us to build a further partner network. We are listed in Spotlight. We have enabled through Morgan Stanley in Boston to enable Americans to easy to buy shares in our company. The temperature management market, BrainCool system, RhinoShield, is a hotbed for acquisitions in the US. All the other companies are built through acquisition. The most recent an Israeli product bought for $200 million US last year. Most important, the temperature management market where these products are placed is really growing in the US. We have a market of $250 million US in consumables every year for our product iCool system, and we expect to take a big part of that market. As cooling now is only done in hospitals, we expect through the product RhinoShield, where recent trials will be presented at American Heart this year in 2 weeks' time, that the market will grow also in implementation in the EMS system. RhinoShield, small portable cooling unit used with a catheter. A cooling agent is flushed up through the nose. You can cool for 2-3 hours with the aim to cool down the brain. It doesn't work for many hours, but when you come to the hospital, you connect to our other product, BrainCool system, where cooling could go on for neuro patients in the US up to 30 days. Other products is not approved more than 5 days, so we really are the continuum of care company. So the trick here is to, in the street, when you get a cardiac arrest, in the ambulance, start cool the patients as quickly as possible. Bam! Through the ambulance, through the emergency room, through the cath lab, never cath lab, cardiac cath lab, until you get to the ICU. ICU, that's where the other competing products are. And why should you cool early? All animal studies, all feasibility study, all our trials say the sooner you cool, the better results, which is also part of the American guidelines. So in the guidelines, they clearly state cool as quickly as possible. But there has not been any product available until our first mover product, RhinoShield system. So there are guidelines. A non-reimbursed market in the US, but a growing market because emergency medicine could pay for their own product. There are guidelines in Germany, the guidelines in Japan, the guidelines in Korea, which is the 4 markets we focus on. RhinoShield system, as I told you, there is no competition. On the other hand, it's a new clinical practice, so it takes time to deliver a new clinical practice. We have trials for more than 1,200 patients and are whipping now to close partnerships to launch this product. We have very, very interesting development in Germany. So 9 university hospitals in Germany has applied for a fast-track reimbursement for this technology in Germany. There is no reimbursement in the high temperature management market. So this could be the first one that really could kick off. We sell RhinoShield for 600 to 1,000 euros per patient already now in Germany, and have had 2 cities launched this summer that decided to implement this on every patient in the ambulance. We have education in Halle, a small town in Germany, training 80 doctors, training nursing, training firefighters. We really have a good path. The BrainCool system faced severe competition. It's barred. Becton Dickinson, it's Sol, it's Stryker, it's GeneTerm, it's private equities that buy Israeli products. Tough competition. Let's see in the US what we can deliver. Talk is cheap. We think that only 5% of the potential market is cooled today in the US. That market is probably 250 million US, growing. In particular, neuro market, where our products are extremely well fitted in terms of patent and technology. So current solution, I don't have a... You start cooling there after 3-4 hours with products like BrainCool system. Our pitch, you should be able to cool already after 10 minutes. We're working on integration of these 2 devices. We got a lot of EU funding for that and got very interesting coming trials also in stroke area. So hypothermia works, there's an induction phase, maintenance phase, and rewarming phase. And most products, with the exception of Arctic Sun and maybe ThermoGuard from Sol, are not very precise. It's just water blankets. The BrainCool system, RhinoShield system, is a very, very precise engineered software-driven system with very, very good control. On top of that, if one like, we could kick in RhinoShield Future to really cool down the patient very, very quickly. This is a sub-analysis of the Princess trial, which was a clinical trial of the RhinoShield. I don't have time to go into detail, but the trend is clear. This is a comparison of the results if you start cooling after 25 minutes, 20, 24, 30 minutes, or even quicker. The other products start the cooling after 4 hours. You get much, much better results, almost complete neurological recovery, 70% of the cardiac arrest patients. If we can transform this into the stroke area, you don't need any sexy biotech projects. Let's focus on the devices instead, which is strange in a town like Lund, where there hasn't been one pharmaceutical actually developed, but there is a number of medical device companies. Come on, somebody needs to speak up. But it's not me, because I'm too poor, as they told me here before. BrainCool today. We got 2 CE-marked devices. This is a company that's been up for 5 years. So 5 years. Look at the other medical devices. We got 2 CE-marked devices. One of them FDA cleared in 2 510(k) approvals. We got approval in Korea. We have a very software-driven product, the first one, so you need to keep track on the software changes. That has taken us time to match to get this product approved in Japan. We're not far away now. We got 2 de novo 510(k)s ongoing with RhinoShield and an oncology product. On the oncology product, we have an expedited access pathway. No other Swedish medical device company has got that. I don't have much time for oncology today. We have a clinical trial of 180 patients with Karolinska. I'm on single digits. We completed product evaluations, industrialization, we got a lot of patents, reference customers, and the route to market is defined. I fear that I don't have so much time. Is that correct?
That is correct.
I just want to give you a last pitch. Remember, 70% of the patients from the Princess trial, full neurological recovery. We're doing trials now in Germany, 10 neuro ICUs. We have contacts, better than Sedona Medical. If we can prove that this works in stroke patients, complete neurological recovery in stroke, how much money do you save in Germany every year? 2.2 million euro next year. I don't get so many meetings in Stockholm. But Sol, Terumo, the big medical device companies, they work with me. Set a meeting with me, Fredrik, come on.
On that note, I think that's a perfect note to end on, isn't it?
But there's a guy here from Lundbeck-Fonden. Give me 10 seconds. Look at this device. Be quiet. We don't have any staff in oncology, but we know what we're doing. We developed an oncology device. 180 patients with Karolinska. Prevention of oral mucositis, $40,000 per patient is the healthcare cost in the US. I got patents in 7 months and a fast track. You should speak to me. I don't have time. Marketing competition, blah, 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 you want to. I'm not the 10-minute presenter. And Stefan at Penn said, you don't want to meet me? I'm fine with that. But listen to this summary. Spotlight market. We're going to make the same journey as other companies. We're going to hit First North next year. We're going to be on the stock exchange 22. I accept that I haven't been able to raise any venture capital. But we are a very, very interesting company with 6,000 shareholders, but no real shareholder base. So I should have spent more time in Stockholm working on these foundations. But we are an extremely interesting company.
I think we're really going to have to give the stage to you.